is go.
My computer's like 5 seconds.
Go.
Oh, are we already live? Is that what I'm...
Go.
Well, my computer's like 2 minutes slow, so look at that. I must fix that in the future. Hey, everybody! It's Angel's Calamity, and we're here for the OtakuCast. We're glad to have you. I'm your
Hi.
host. That's my co-host. But first, I'm going to tell you about me because I'm way cooler. You guys should totally go check out my YouTube channel. I just released a second lewd video. You know what it is. If you watched the
You're
first
gonna
one...
get banned.
No. I edited it, sir. It is fully edited and appropriate for YouTube.
Is it black
Look,
bars or is it like faces?
it's pictures of fluffy kittens and unicorns and
Is it
sensor blurs.
you gotta just like put the fluffy kittens over it and like move them with it.
See, I can't do that with my video
I
editor.
can.
I just have to split the crap out of it. But anyway, you know.
Don't worry.
And then I also just today I released Little Nightmares 2, my first video of that one.
Oh, looky there.
Yeah, good stuff. And real quick, one more thing about myself. It's actually about my niece. If you guys know my Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, you'll notice, or even YouTube channel, you'll notice new channel art. She drew my first one, and she drew this one as well, and it's amazing. Look her up on Facebook, Drake Thunderist, if you ever want. She's 19. She's just starting out. If you ever want a Dragon Sona commission or other furry critter. And then, anyway, DC, you're allowed to talk now.
Hi, I'm Directionally Challenged. I have a Let's Play channel, Directionally Challenged, where I do skits, Let's Plays, and reviews. I haven't posted anything this week. I took a little break, but coming up next week is the return of Dragon Quest XI.
Woohoo! More dragging. And as always,
Yes, with characters designed by Akira Toriyama.
Ooh. Oh, I forgot to say, by the way, if that movie we watched this time, Wicked City, is allowed to be on YouTube at only an 18 plus, then I think I can put
Then
my
anything is allowed. Yeah.
video.
No,
Yeah,
if Wicked City could be on YouTube, anything can.
we'll talk about that later. Anyway, on to our news. I'm gonna hit the first news with JoJo's Bizarre Adventure gets pop-up mall theme park with games.
Does
Somebody...
it though?
Oh, I forgot to introduce the voice of God, Chase. He's here too.
Yeah.
He speaks to us.
I'm here.
But I'm talking about JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, so I imagine he might.
You summon Chase with the words JoJo.
Jotaro.
That is how I appear.
The Yokohama World Porters Mall announced on Thursday that they will have a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure themed pop-up theme park named JoJo World in Yokohama from March 5th to May 9th. And the attraction will include mini games such as Mimta Hamon Roulette, Koda Roma no Sensua Death Match Garapon. If they translate it for me, and I had to stumble through that.
Mimta Ripple Roulette.
Ancient Roman Chariot Deathmatch Ball Load. That episode. The Ancient Roman Deathmatch Chariot, yeah. And then Joestar
One Party World Tour.
A digital dice race game that traces the journey of Jotaro and the rest of the Stardust Crusaders.
I kind of like the Japanese. Joestar Eco World Tour.
And then let's go to the manga's creator's house where the players can engage in a conversation with Rohan Kishibe. I said that wrong, didn't I? Shindan test, where players can determine if they are fit to join the Passionate. The attraction will offer Passion. The attraction will offer merchandise for the franchise, and I think that's cool. I am currently in Stardust Crusaders of JoJo, so
got a long way to go, guys.
We don't mind, Chase, that the logo's just floating. It's doing its own thing. It's okay. Hey, bro, guys. Glad to see you in chat. We're talking about news right now.
I'm going to throw out a quick shout out to Jujutsu Kaisen for winning Anime of the Year and Best Antagonist. You go, Jujutsu Kaisen. But
Jujutsu Kaisen deserves it. Let's be real. We watched this last season for Anime Club. At least the first 12 episodes, and boy, oh boy, was it good. I'm still watching it.
I am too, and it's fantastic. But also, hey, y'all a fan of Ninja Gaiden games?
Ninja Gaiden?
Yeah. So the Ninja Gaiden game trilogy is going to get a collected release in June. That's right. Yes, Nintendo revealed during its Nintendo Direct presentation on Wednesday that Team Ninja's Ninja Gaiden game trilogy will have a collected release titled Ninja Gaiden Master Collection. The game will release for PlayStation 4, Xbox, Switch, and PC via Steam on June 10th. I'm going to need to save up for that one. Koei Tecmo Games also streamed a separate trailer for the game collection. The release will include each game's perspective later versions with additional enhancement and features. Ninja Gaiden Sigma, Ninja Gaiden Sigma 2, Ninja Gaiden 3, Razor's Edge.
And you
So if
guys
you're a
can
fan,
check these new stories out and the trailers in our Discord server underneath the Otaku News.
if you're a
And
fan of impossible games, you'll
Real
love
Guy,
Ninja Gaiden.
what is The Great Pretender? Why do you say it deserves Anime of the Year? We'd love to hear your thoughts on that.
No,
And
only Jujutsu Kaisen.
look, there can be other anime other than
There
Jujutsu
can
Kaisen.
be only one, like the Highlander.
Speaking of
Good
other
movie.
anime,
Exactly.
Funimation announced and is
One,
going
not
to
two.
stream Dragon Goes House Hunting anime this spring. Okay, it is no secret that I like dragons.
Angels likes dragon memes.
Yeah, there you
DC
go.
likes One Piece meme.
Yes. Okay. Anyway,
I mentioned it again.
Did you see the dragon? It's adorable. Okay, Funimation
It looks
announced
like
on
a
Thursday.
cat.
Exactly, that makes it adorable. Would you not
Meow.
like a 2-ton scaly cat to just be your best friend?
No,
Come
but
on.
I did find out that you can domesticate a cheetah.
See, there you go.
So that's tempting.
Funimation announced on Thursday that it'll stream the television anime of Kawa Tanuki and artist Chowa Aya's Dragon Goes House Hunting or Dragon Leo Kao manga this spring. The series will premiere on April on Tokyo MX, YTV, and BS Fuji channels.
I
Seven
got this.
Entertainment releasing the manga in English, and it describes the story.
I got this.
I will allow it.
When a dragon fails to live up to the fearsome standards set for him, his family kicks him out. He embarks on a quest to find a new home, but soon finds that life on the road is no place for a cowardly beast of legend. In a fantasy world full of elves, dwarves, and other mystical creatures, where everyone wants a piece of him, literally, the frustrations of house hunting reach a whole new level.
You leave him alone. He's trying his best. Okay, and that wasn't bad, DC. That wasn't bad.
Thank you.
Chase, I see you. I'm pretending to
I can
not see that.
I can also do let's get ready to rumble and then have fun with that.
Not bad.
So
They
Haruki,
Go ahead.
Haruki Kasugamori, Dia Horizon Kabu, Higurashi no Shogakusai, Lunatan 1 Menin no Beitsu is directing the anime at Signal MD, nabbing Princess at the beginning, and Shiori Asuka, Lunatan, and Shiori Asaka are designing the characters. Kyohei Matsuno, you don't know Gunma yet, is composing the music at Pony Canyon.
The Manga
That
Lodge
is an
and Mag
interesting name.
Garden, the monthly comic garden magazine, is December 2016. Their parent company, IG Port, revealed its quarterly financial report that the manga had been a rather successful title. So, sounds good.
Rogue Guy says The Great Pretender was a Netflix original that came out in September, and in my opinion, was a masterpiece from episode 1. It had an amazing spin on the typical American heist movie genre. I really can't do it any justice.
I'll have to check it out.
Right, that's interesting.
Sounds...
I do like heists. That's why
And,
One Piece Film Gold is fantastic. It's a heist movie.
and Chase, speaking of dragons and yaoi, my next and last news story is in fact Isekai's boy love manga reincarnated into Demon King Evolia's world gets comic fiesta.
Angels likes
anime.
yaoi meme.
More than just I like yaoi. There's more people out there.
Yes,
Okay?
Chase, Jujutsu Kaisen is a masterpiece from episode 1. You are correct.
Publisher Sashua announced
All
on Monday
hail
that
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Io Kaujiwara's isekai fantasy boys love manga reincarnated into Demon King Angolia's world has a comic fiesta anime and adaptation in the work. The story it's my turn to do things.
Evlogia!
Stop it!
I don't know, it's a weird name. I like it.
The story begins when an aimless young man named Tasuyaki Gozu is killed on page 3 and resurrected as a background character in a game world he's been playing. Gozu encounters the Demon King Evolia in the game's last boss, whom Gozu has adored since he was a little. Gozu begins to woo Evolia by admitting, I fell in love with you. Together, they aim to conquer the world. Anyway, Kaziwara launched the manga in Comic Fiesta and Mecha Comic digital services in Japan last April, and the Cool Mike service is releasing the manga in English with the teaser "Good, Make Me Your Owner."
I have to
The
disagree,
strongest
road
couple
guy.
to
I have to
conquer the
disagree.
other world appears. And they listed out the voice cast, and they also listed out a whole bunch of other animes done in the past, which some need to be censored, for the Comic Fiesta anime series. So there's that. If you guys want to check that news story out, give it a look-see. But
I
yes,
disagree with you, rogue guy, who says Jujutsu Kaisen is good, but it doesn't differentiate itself from other series, especially early on. It is carried by its animation, and early on, it feels like better Blue Exorcist. I don't think so, mostly because I started with the manga before the anime ever aired, and I really feel like it may not seem like it set itself apart, but its elements that it uses, which may be similar to other elements of other animes, really are done at a much higher level and done very well, and that's sort of what gives it its own flair and what sets it apart from everything else.
yeah, in a similar vein, I do feel like it takes little bits from other animes, but not enough. I think it does stand out on its own too. But I enjoy
Well, I
anime.
mean, yeah, it has a few tropes like stupid main character, but my god, do they do stupid fun.
But look at Gojo. Gojo flips
I
the whole
know.
sensei thing on its head because
Oh yeah, no, he's not the caring sensei at all.
I love
No,
Gojo.
he's
Look, I
terrible.
watch the anime for Gojo and Sykuna. I don't know what you watch it for. But anyway, we're gonna move on to the topic today, which is an ancient in the world of the internet's argument.
The argument that's
The
gone on since the dawn of time.
And now it's our turn to argue about it, but how much arguing will we really have?
I
The
don't
topic
know.
today is Goku versus Superman. Let's hear it.
Hey,
Start typing your things in the comments
what,
about your feelings.
what do you
And
got here? A Goku, a Capsule Corp. Who
now
do you think I'd root for?
hold on. Before we get into, I'd like to share a couple little tidbits of information. I did so much research, and mind you, I am behind in the lore of both Goku and Superman. Goku and Superman have both been reborn, rewritten. Goku's not been rewritten; he's been the same character, but Superman's been
I
rewritten
don't
so
know.
many times. And you can pick and choose, but we're just going to talk about the characters as a whole with all of the abilities or whatever. That's fine because you pick and choose too much, it's going to be unfair for one side or the other. So, and then, did you know Superman was the first real superhero with actually superpowers? And he was in Action Comics #1, which
Mm-hmm.
sold in 2014 a near mint copy of it for $3.21 million. And that premiered in 1938. Yeah.
Did you know that Superman originally could not fly? He actually ran and had to leap everywhere, which is why he's capable.
Leap
The
tall
whole saying
buildings in a
is in
single
a single
bound.
bound because he could
Yes.
not fly. Yeah.
And alternatively, Goku was born in 1984 in Shonen Jump number 51. And Screw Attack, the internet feels that the Screw Attack
Uh,
videos, everyone should know them at this point, did them wrong. And not just
uh,
they both of them
bio,
said that.
I
Go
will
ahead.
state that sure there is a list of people that could beat Goku, but there's also a long list of people that could beat Superman
To be fair, in one
and have beaten
show,
Superman.
Batman beat Superman.
Yeah,
So, and
yeah.
that was one version of Superman.
Batman beat the entire Justice League.
Batman, that's super powerless wonder.
That's because Batman is just a genius. This is his main thing is he's super intelligent.
His his superpower is he has money.
His super
Screw
well
you, I
everyone
have money.
yeah, but everyone ignores Batman's whole thing of being actually really smart.
Indeed, Superman first. Rogue Guy in his comment says, "Indeed, Superman first appeared in Action Comics #1, but who first appeared in Amazing Fantasy issue number 15?"
I
I
don't
don't
remember. I'm
know.
not that much of a
I admit I am not much up on the lore. I just researched these guys, so I love new knowledge, Rogue Guy. If you could tell us, that'd be amazing. But anyway, in the Screw Attack videos, I'll let you type.
I was just looking
There
up
was
who it
two of them.
was.
One was done in
Wait a
20,
minute.
and one was done a few years later, and both of them said Superman would win. And I really
Yes.
feel like they didn't pay homage to either character's abilities and most
They,
importantly their personality.
I also felt like they gave Superman way more benefit of the doubt for his abilities and strengths. and they didn't give Goku like any thought.
No.
Like, let's start off with one thing about Goku, or the world of Dragon Ball itself. In Dragon Ball, Master Roshi, who I think at the time had a power level of about 300, which yeah,
Okay.
300
Can I
could
just
destroy
say
a moon.
really quick? Can I interrupt about the power levels? Even the creators, the mangaka, said they only did the power levels to make it ridiculous how powerful they are. They literally
Yeah.
like laugh at their own power levels. So taking stock in
Yeah.
power levels other than
Well,
just a minor point of reference to me
the
is silly.
the reason why I'm utilizing that is to give people a frame of reference that at 300 power level he could destroy a moon. So take that into account. That's that level, and also take into account that Goku states every single battle he has to hold back because literally he can destroy the planet with one attack.
And technically, it depends. Now, I did way too much research into all of this. Technically, Superman is just Superman should not exist. He is so overpowered. He lifted infinity once in one of his comic books. Did you know that? He lifted a book with infinite numbers of pages, so it was infinite amount of weight. That is not possible. I don't care who you are, whose side you're
I
arguing
mean,
for. It's
the
not possible.
well, it's you gotta also think
No.
about Superman. No, hold me, hear me out here. Superman exists in a universe where the Flash beat instant movement.
I
The
guess.
the Flash
And
raced
Superman moves faster than
gods.
Flash. And Superman
No,
moves
he doesn't.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
In one of them he moves so fast he bent time.
No. That the Flash does that too. He just stops himself from doing it.
No, one of the research
Like,
videos I had, of course I didn't write it down,
yeah, no.
literally cited to where the Flash and Superman raced and Superman beat him soundly. So it was one of
No,
the
that's
iterations of
bull. Because
or
Screw
something.
Attack used a similar thing where they showed Superman out, how fast blue Superman was, where he was moving at like across the world at like 0.0025 seconds. But the Flash was timing him and reached every location before Superman. So the whole thing they used for Superman being super fast, the Flash beat him every time to time him.
I wasn't talking
That
about
is bull.
I was talking about other things I watched, but
I'm talking about
some
Superman at his
reiteration
most powerful.
some reiteration of Superman beat the Flash.
Yeah, no, everything in both DC and Marvel has been retconned so many times, doesn't even matter. And he's so true, Rogue Guy. They've crashed the universes together, they've redone the universes, they've remade characters, they've rebooted characters, they've gotten rid of characters. Superman has died and come back who knows how many times. There's no consistent canon anymore.
Has anyone seen Dragon Ball Super?
Yes.
Well, same case there.
Dragon Ball
Sort
Super,
of.
yeah. Look,
Well,
I am
like
not.
if you want to
Go ahead.
if you want to talk about Dragon Ball Super Brawly, this is the thing that's important because it was co-written by Akira Toriyama. He put his things in it. He put what he wanted in it. That is his story. That's his canon. Goku and Brawly fought so hard they broke time.
Yes.
And Goku fought a man who controlled time and was faster than the man who literally stopped time. Goku is that fast. He is faster than time.
Goku can defeat Beerus.
Rogue Guy says everything.
Can.
Oh yeah, you already read that one. Bio in chat says it also depends on the universe. Yes, it does, and the reiteration which Superman and at least Goku is the same, mostly the same Goku. I mean, we don't talk
except
about
for GT.
Yeah, they tell you what's canon.
Yeah. And then Rogue Guy also says they have a sealed copy of the issue where Superman died a second time. Ooh,
nice.
Very cool. That is super cool. But let's
the whole debate of like, who would beat who in a battle, like.
Anyway, I was just waiting to see what you had to say as a follow-up to that.
I mean, is it really fair to pit like these two characters against one another when you have to take into account like you have to find the exact canon where Superman is at his strongest, which I think would be Blue Sun Superman when he absorbed the freaking power of a fresh star and attained nearly godlike status.
Nearly.
Versus Goku, versus Goku, who attained God status and then went beyond.
Even
he
further beyond.
attained a God mode, and then he attained a Super Saiyan God mode.
Yeah, you're right. Like, okay, Chase's fiance, she's a lovely woman. She caught me up on a bunch of Superman lore, or not Superman, Goku lore last night. And I was doing my best to follow along, but there is a lot.
Oh, there's a
And
ton.
She's a
yeah,
nerd.
she is a nerd, and I still thank her very much for that. But still, it's just like, and because, like if you do a simple Google search, most people will say we want Goku to win, but Superman's the clear winner here because there's been mathematic formulas and all this kind of stuff, which of course I couldn't find these mathematic formulas
You
anywhere.
also you gotta think about the fact that Goku has never, like, they talk about, like, oh well, Superman has moved a planet and Superman's done this, so you could use that, but Goku hasn't done the same feats because why would Goku do that?
Goku has no need to move a planet, could he?
No,
Most likely.
he literally, yeah, he could, because he's literally talked about one Kamehameha could destroy the Earth,
Yeah.
and that
Which,
was before Goku got
did
Super
you know
Saiyan God.
that Kamehameha actually translates to something like
Turtle Wave.
turtle wave?
Yeah, Turtle Spirit Wave or something like that, yeah. Well,
Yeah,
he did learn it from the Turtle Hermit. What do you expect?
look, you're right. I watched the original Dragon Ball, the
Hmm.
80s Dragon Ball, that one
Yeah,
with
little
little
tiny
Goku.
Goku.
Yeah.
Little,
I
little baby
watched almost
Goku.
all of that, and then I watched some of Dragon Ball Z. I caught the Saiyaman arc, which was hilarious.
Ah, the Saiyaman arc. I
Part
love
of the
the
Cell
great
arc and
Saiyaman.
part of the Majin Buu arc, and that's where my Dragon Ball Z knowledge
Well,
ended, like
even
10
just by
years ago.
even just going by by the Boo arc, you got to think, like, Majin Buu was strong enough to shout through space. He shattered space and time by shouting. Uh, he could explode planets by just blowing himself up. In fact, he destroyed entire solar systems, and Goku still beat him.
Yeah.
That's
Look,
like that's like saying, like, oh well, if Thor beat Galacticus, then Thor could beat Goku. But it's like,
Rogue Guy in chat says series peaked with Tiny Goku. Could it? I
I
thought it
mean,
was pretty funny in Saiyaman. I am
uh,
Saiyaman, and it's just
I mean,
Gohan
the
pretending to be a
series,
superhero.
the series got really fun with the fusion dance. That was fun.
Fusion. Everyone's seen the meme. If you haven't seen it,
I love the fusion dance, but literally, take into account Goku versus Brawly, which is canon. They fought so hard that they shattered through time, and then came back. They fought so hard that they create sonic boom, like 30 sonic booms a second.
well, look. Alternatively, Superman, like he's quoted saying at some point that he has to always hold himself back because every step could cause earthquakes, every breath could cause hurricane, every blink can cause cancer to be cured.
Oh no, that is, in all honesty, that one of my favorite quotes was from, I think it was Superman. It was a Superman movie. I think it was Superman versus Brainiac, where he talked about living in a world of cardboard, and he always
Yes.
has to be so careful. And he's like, "But not with you. I don't have to hold back." And I'm like, Goku always holds back every day, all day, because any one of his attacks could destroy the Earth.
Well,
Not like create a hurricane or anything. No, it will. The Earth will be gone.
Rogue Guy says Hulk versus Brawly. Brawly, probably.
Well, Brawly just has to beat the Hulk before the Hulk gets too mad.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, you have a time frame to beat Hulk, and your time frame is before he gets too mad.
Just
So you got to take him out early.
Just kick him in the parts before he gets too mad.
I don't know if that would really work.
You know that he's got to beat.
That might just make him
more mad.
Yeah.
If anyone gets kicked in the nuts, like, you're gonna be way more mad. That's not a good strat.
Yeah.
If you kick hard enough, okay.
Well,
if you kick hard enough, it'll.
Then he's just gonna, like, the Hulk is very interesting, and
then he will
Hulk
rip you
Superman
in
would be
half.
Yes, which he has done to many people.
Rip me in half in other ways. Anyway, moving on.
Oh my god, help. Someone send help. Angels is making dirty jokes.
It's not possible.
What's new? Bio
Angels
in
makes
chat says
dirty
you're
joke
just gonna
memes.
piss off the Hulk more. Hey, look, you love it. You're all perverts.
But,
Everyone's
like-
secretly a pervert, okay?
Like, what is Superman's
I'm not
strongest
human.
feat? You did the research. What's Superman's strongest feat?
Look, there's many of them, but the
Flying
one
through
that
time.
flying through time, moving entire
Goku's done it.
planets.
Goku can do it.
Look, I'm not saying that he can't.
I know. I'm just saying.
Lifting
What,
infinity with Shazam. Him and Shazam together lifted infinity.
oh,
and they
well,
also
that doesn't
lifted
count.
Yeah, well, that doesn't count. He had a
Galactus.
friend to help.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
Because it was a teamwork thing, but they explained how he was doing most of lifting. But and then
Right.
also him and Wonder Woman and somebody else also carried around Galactus that had the weight of several thousand universes within him. I don't know.
I
Why
didn't
am
hear an
I
echo.
echoing? Am I echoing?
didn't-
Chat, am I echoing?
I didn't hear an echo.
Okay, weird. Sorry if I am.
But yeah, you
I
gotta
hear
like,
my own echo, but I'm not sure why.
and then it's weird because you gotta take into that account, and then you gotta take in like Goku fought universe destroying, like literally could blink the universe out of existence in a snap, people, and won.
I mean, look, we.
Brigade.
Bio says that I'm not echoing, so that's just supposed to be me and you. Because I also hear
Super
myself echoing a little bit. I usually do, but I figured that was just.
But yeah, it's just like Goku. I mean, the only thing Goku doesn't have is technically magic, which is like everyone talks about the fact that kryptonite is Superman's one weakness, but magic is another one of his weaknesses. And people are like, well, it's not a weakness, it just affects him like everyone else. And it's like, yeah, that's a weakness. He said he has no resistance to magic.
Look,
And Goku technically could do magic.
Goku has ki. He's
Yes,
ki
which
attacks.
you gotta,
And
what does that count as,
yeah, well,
Spirit ball.
it's
Like,
pretty much channeling chakra, I guess, if you want to label it that. So magic, yeah, it's his eternal magic power,
it's
I
spirit
guess.
energy, yeah.
Yeah, we're just gonna throw it into the box that's labeled magic and leave it there, okay? Because that makes sense. Well, since Superman
Like a
has his
spirit
heat
ball.
vision and his hurricane breath and his frozen breath, but
Spiritual magic ball.
yeah, look, you're not
Yeah,
wrong.
kinda, yeah.
Okay, when it comes down to it, let's pretend because we're forgetting something very important about these two characters. Their actual character.
Yeah.
Both of them are aliens sent to the planet they reside on, whether it be Earth or whatever. What is the name of the planet? Help me out here, somebody. That
Krypton?
Goku was
Oh,
no Goku was
Planet Vegeta.
planet
And then he
Vegeta.
gets sent to Earth. He's from
Okay,
Planet Vegeta, who has the King Vegeta, whose son is Prince Vegeta.
I was okay. I thought whatever.
Very simple. That's the Saiyan
Whatever.
homeworld.
Both of
Vegeta.
them are aliens.
Vegeta.
From another planet sent to Earth because their planet was doomed. It was absolutely screwed.
Mhm.
And both are good defenders of life and justice and bloody bloody bloody. And both have nearly limitless power. But the thing is their personalities. You would have to find them a reason to actually fight.
Yeah,
Fight
exactly.
so hard, so full out that they both were willing to not only
I-
kill, but also
well,
kill other people in the blast wave of their battle.
I'll get to that in a second, but Bio says I'm not a huge fan of the DC comics. I have a lot of knowledge, but Superman isn't my favorite in the DC universe. I have to
Not mine
agree.
either.
My favorite superhero in the DC universe is Wally West Flash, specifically Wally West.
I also like
And
Flash.
my
And
favorite villain is Deathstroke.
Deathstroke is pretty cool. I like the
I
Flash
like
remastered.
Deathstroke.
I like both of them.
And
Vegeta.
Bio also says
man.
Vegeta's my boy.
Uh,
Vegeta's my boy. I like Vegeta too. But yeah, well, with Goku versus Superman, the idea of like why would they fight? Goku would do it just for the challenge. Because that's
But-
Goku.
but here's the
Goku does
thing.
not need a reason.
If they're actually gonna go full power, full force, fair fight, they have to have a reason to be willing to risk killing one another or like any bystanders in the way.
Goku doesn't care.
Goku would just take the fight off planet. He'd be
Which
like,
is
hey,
fair.
let's go to
But-
Otherworld.
According to Screw Attack, I have no idea. Help me out here if you guys know better. Goku cannot breathe in space.
Not technically true. once he obtained Super Saiyan God, he was actually able to breathe in the outer atmosphere where there was almost no oxygen.
Okay, perfect. Then let's pretend for a minute that both these guys had a reason to fight hard enough that they're not holding back, had a
You gotta read
location
them,
to
bro,
fight.
guy. You gotta read the comics.
He says he has too many comics to store anywhere, and I've read none of them. Bio says my brother is a huge comic book fan, and I grew up
And
reading
Wally
all these.
West, yeah.
And then, so let's say that they have the power and ability to fight, and the reason to fight, and the location to fight that nobody or nothing else is going to get hurt. Maybe they find some corner of space where there's nothing or
They could
nobody
just be
around.
sent to
Okay,
Heffel.
sure.
Fighting
Whatever.
Heffel. No one will care if you destroy Heffel. No
But
one will care.
okay, here's who I'm gonna tell you guys now who I've been rooting for this whole time, and I made it big on purpose. I am voting for neither of them. Neither of them will win. Okay, either they would kill each other or continually battle until the end of time, because they have the way they're written is to continually, they get a new challenge, they get stronger than that challenge, both of them. At
Well,
least Goku has the decency to train and get stronger. Superman is just written stronger half the time.
yeah. The other thing though is that you have to take into account it where they fight entirely will determine the outcome of the battle. Because if they fight and Goku like drags him to a different solar system and there's a red sun anywhere, Superman's out. Immediately, no more power. Human.
Yeah, but also remember Goku's personality. He would want Superman at his fullest and his max. That's
Yeah.
why he would use kryptonite against him. He
No.
wouldn't. He would literally like, oh, this sun's bad for you. Which sun's good for you? Which sun's
Yeah,
the best?
exactly.
Which one do you want to fight under? Because I could totally do that. But look,
Bio in that anime slash manga though, they also had creatures bigger than galaxies. They stood on galaxies.
you're absolutely right. Look,
It's a
anime,
weird show.
anime gets weird. I love it. I love it.
Oh,
But
it
anyway,
does. And yeah,
Goku, exactly. Goku would want a very fair fight, Bio. That's what I'm saying. And if Superman's like, look, I'm the strongest under a blue star, Goku would be like, ah, look, I know where one of those is. Let's go.
yeah,
You know what I
let's go. Yeah, and then but there's also like you take into account the Saiyan, if I almost die, I become, X number of times stronger.
Look, as I said, they're gonna fight for infinity because look, it's argued that like, oh, Superman could cut through Goku's key attacks with his heat vision. How? Why? Where?
It would just be like, well, Goku fought a person that had laser eyes, and Goku overpowered the
And
laser eyes. So it's
destroyed
like,
him. He was the weakest person in all the series.
well, I mean, Frieza had laser eyes.
Yeah.
Well, Frieza didn't
And he
use them
got
all
wrecked.
the time, but
But-
yeah, Frieza did get wrecked.
And then, I honestly think key attacks versus all of Superman's abilities, whether it be heat or air, or
They would be at
freezing
least
or-
equivalent.
No, I think that their special attacks would do absolutely nothing to each other. They can withstand
what I mean.
bullets. They could just like that was tickled. You know what I mean? Like Superman fires his heat vision at Goku. Goku's like, is it getting a little warm in here? I mean,
Sharks with freaking laser beams.
there you go.
Yeah.
Fire sharks with laser.
Yeah, but like that's the thing is that the whole issue with Goku versus Superman is one, getting them to fight. Goku easy, no problem. Goku loves sparring. Goku loves fighting strong people. Goku will do it just for the challenge. Superman wouldn't.
Yeah, Superman would be like, "This is serious. I must defeat you because you're too
Superman,
powerful."
yeah,
or something.
Superman's too much of a Boy Scout. That's his whole thing. He's a Boy Scout. They've changed that in some of the movies.
He really is. And Superman,
where they made him
playful
not
like
a Boy
Goku,
Scout.
He would not be happy with Goku wanting to fight just for poops and giggles.
Yeah, because he'd be like, "Well, what's the point in that?" And Goku would be like, for fun."
Yeah, pretty much.
Why? But no, I honestly think in most scenarios Goku would have an edge,
But
and
see,
the fight would end. Yeah, I would say Goku wins, or in the effect, it would not be an infinite fight. I do not agree with you that it would go on for eternity. For one reason is that Superman does run out of steam, and Goku runs out of steam. Eventually, the two of them would get too tired to continue.
or then either way, it would still run into a draw because if neither of their abilities work on the other, any long distance attack, any sort of spirit key bombs, magic laser beams, whatever, then they're gonna be reduced to fisticuffs and just pounding the ever-loving crap out of each other.
And then we have another. Oh yeah, no. Here's another way. Give Superman red kryptonite. That's all you got to do. Give Superman red kryptonite, which turns him evil, and then Goku's spirit bomb would work on him. Because Goku's spirit bomb won't work on normal Superman because Superman is a good person.
But in our made-up scenario, Goku would not give him anything to alter his.
No, I'm not saying Goku would. I'm saying if you want to get the two of them to fight, like Lex Luthor is like, hey, boom, red kryptonite into Superman to make him evil because Lex Luthor, and boom, that's a scenario where the two of them would battle it out.
We're not touching.
I'm
Anyway,
just
sorry.
giving a reason for why the fight would happen in the first place.
I mean, I guess. Look, I just think that they pretty much would be equally matched because that's like throwing Saitama into this. Saitama's also been written to be an OP. I'm always gonna win. I'm always gonna be the best.
Look,
it's one punch character.
By pure argument's sake, I would state that Saitama wins only due to how he's written, which is he's meant
That's
to
what
be
I'm
a
getting at.
parody of those characters.
But
He does, yeah.
Goku and Superman are literally parodies of themselves at this point, with how powerful and strong and how many different forms, and they just always keep winning. Like, what is beyond the beyond? What further? How much further can you go other than being powerful enough to lift infinity or being beyond a god? How much further can you go beyond that? Like,
that's not fair, Rogue Guy. That's not fair. All right, sure, they both have immense power, but who is smarter? That's not fair.
Superman's smarter.
You can't do that.
One could easily argue if Goku was getting an upper hand on Superman, Superman could outsmart him. That's something you could argue.
Look, a 5-year-old could outsmart Goku. That's not fair. Goku's dumb.
I mean, all's fair in love and war. So
Yuji is smarter than Goku.
Yeah, Goku.
Well, in terms of tactics, though, Goku's thing is he has incredible battle instinct. That's his thing.
I was gonna bring that up as well. Superman's fought mega villains, but how many times he actually fought one on his same power level that he can unleash fully with, and is experience like Goku's experience in this kind of fights. Goku's lived with these kind of fights. Superman really hasn't.
Also, are we throwing in Ultra Instinct Goku, who literally just becomes...
Yes, it's canon.
Pure instinct at that point.
Canon.
And reaches literally God mode.
Beyond God mode.
Beyond.
Yeah.
That's why I said it's just, we're arguing fictional characters that have been written to constantly become stronger and stronger and stronger with no sort of limitless power cap, power fantasy stuff going on. And it's just, that's what it is, honestly. Now, look, I've reached out to ye old social media about it, and most people did say that they wanted Goku to win. But I got 2 good comments, and I have permission to read them on air. One of them is from Facebook from Steve O'Haines. He said, the problem is and always has been what version of Superman versus Goku from which series, which we did discuss. Both have the potential to win depending on which reality you pick from. I'd say Goku's biggest edge is no inherent weaknesses. No matter where they fight, Goku will always have some power, while Superman has some serious flaws and weaknesses, so Goku could always use that advantage, even though that's not how Goku rolls. Which I agree with wholeheartedly. What do you think about that?
Oh,
stalling Wi-Fi the other.
It's fun. I don't know. It's a hard debate because just such a nice guy. So hard to make this a debate.
I got a lot of comments, but most of them were just like, this person would beat the other person's behind, and I'm like, yes, that's well thought out and reasoned. Thank you for that.
I mean, Goku had a galaxy-sized freaking ball of energy, so.
That doesn't even make sense. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
I mean, it makes sense in the world of Dragon Ball Z.
I'm not hitting my table because it will cause a loud vibration. And
please do not do that.
Okay, so the next comment was Kayla Ross. Well, the death battle videos are pretty biased, so they aren't really a perfect example of what may actually happen. In this scenario, it'd be an easy choice. It would be Goku. Of course, the bias from other sources comes from Witch Goku and Kai. and Ka, excuse me. If we go by what's current on their development, it's Goku. If we go by the pick there, then
Yeah,
Kai. I'm
yeah,
not
yeah,
Kaal, Kaal. I'm not. Maybe that's meant
yeah.
by Superman. He is stronger than Goku up to a point, no question. But Goku is now at a higher level. Not to mention, Superman has been majorly reduced in his abilities and strength. If this was Crisis on Infinite Earth Superman, then he would destroy Goku. But he's since then been nerfed. He can't move planets anymore, and it takes him longer to build power. Plus, he actually
Yeah,
needs our
that's
son to have his powers.
that's why it all comes down to which iteration. And if we go with the strongest iteration possible, I still feel Goku has the edge if we go by pure strongest iteration possible, because Goku in his strongest form is a galaxy destroying threat, and
Yeah,
Superman in his strongest form is not a galaxy destroying threat.
exactly. And let's see.
Goku, Goku destroys galaxy with the clap of his cheeks.
Uh, yes, yes,
Yeah,
just thick.
there
He's
you go.
thickness.
He is indeed Triple C. That
But
dude, like Dragon Ball Z has ridiculous muscle proportions.
Kayla Ross went on to say that Goku's personality is to make friends more than anything. And when Screw Attack, their final video literally had Superman. Spoiler alert for a video made 5 years ago, a fan made video. Screw Attack had the end where the second video where Superman literally heat visioned Goku's brain. And honestly, I really think if before it ever came to that, Goku would talk no jutsu and become friends with Superman. Probably, no matter
Yeah,
which way the fight went, he'd be like, "Oh yeah, you're super powerful. We should totally do this again, and be friends." Like,
I mean, also, can Superman's heat vision move faster than time? Yes, no.
I have no idea. I would need
Probably not.
somebody who knows things better than I do.
Do we
Though
want
he
to talk
did.
about the inconsistency in Screw Attack where they tried to measure Goku's speed?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, okay, that's fair. I don't know if you guys heard the voice of God, but we sure did. They measured Goku's speed in the Screw Attack videos by one
Sorry,
time he
DC.
was in heaven. It's okay. One time he was in heaven and he had this winding trail, the Dragon's Back Trail, Dragon's Back Road, whatever it was,
yeah.
and they measured it by the pixel measurements for the height of the dragon scale, and then to get Goku's flying speed, and they theorized that Goku would be way slower than Superman. But
Yeah,
the problem
yeah.
the
From
problem with
way
that,
early on.
it was way early on in the series, and at that point, Goku was at his lowest ability. He was
Yeah,
still dead. Like
yeah.
he had the little halo and everything. So that
That
just
was before he even learned Kaioken.
yeah.
And that's where they took his measured speed from
Yeah, that's
to
where they
fight against
Ridiculous.
Superman. That is biased as all hell. So Screw
that's
Attack.
Exactly.
any current Goku abilities. Like
We
guarantee
calling you out, Screw Attack. We
Yeah.
we are.
calling you out.
They need to find a better, more accurate measurement with his current form and his current abilities at top speed, because they can sure measure Superman at his top abilities and top speed. It's
Like he
yeah,
moved faster than time,
which is not possible.
which it
Superman
puts him
showed
on
up.
par with the Flash.
Superman showed up before he left.
Well, that was
Seriously,
the
in
Flash
one of
also did that.
the one of the cartoons or whatever they're talking about Superman's speed, he showed up before he left. Oh,
I'm gonna
Screw
have to
Attack
look
is
up that
already
Hulk
under
versus
fire
Brawler.
for Hulk versus Brawley. See,
Well,
I
that's
haven't.
because they're so biased against anime, man. They're biased against anime.
Look, as I was saying during the pre-show, the only Screw Attack video I've watched and liked is Deadpool versus Pinkie Pie. If you haven't watched it, watch it. It's a laugh. It's great.
But
It's great.
like, you
Fourth
really have
wall
to, yeah.
breaking, fifth wall breaking, all of the walls get broken.
But no, this is actual fun fact. Yeah, no. The Flash, arrived before he left in a race against literal gods that had instantaneous movement, because he had a bunch of people move at once to generate power to the Speed Force that he could siphon off, and he moved. He arrived at Earth before they left. That
Okay.
is a thing that happened. That is
Oh.
how fast the Flash can be.
Apparently, if I just googled it because I didn't
Yeah,
remember
they
the
derp.
reference,
They
but
derp hard.
apparently that Superman can be, with the right conditions, faster than him. Though King acknowledges that the Flash is theoretically faster than Superman, when given a reason to push himself beyond his limits, Supes can turbo boost his speed to a level that even the fastest man alive has difficulty keeping up with. That was May 16, 2020.
Believe that.
Difficulty keeping up with means, though, that the other person is still faster.
No, it's saying that the fastest man alive, so the Flash is the fastest man alive, has difficulty keeping up with Superman.
Okay.
I don't believe that for a second, because I've seen Superman at his fastest and the Flash still beat him. Casually beat him. In fact, the only reason the Flash was slower than this is the thing, they had a race, Superman Blue versus the Flash, where Flash was timing him, and they would leave at the same time, and the Flash would check how fast Superman was, and he would be at the location Superman was supposed to be at and stop his timer when he left at the same time. And the only time Flash was slower was by 0.0025 seconds, because he stopped to save a train of people.
I don't know.
Look, American comic books get crazy. All
Kyle
right?
and the Flash and Race in Superman Up in the Sky #4, which was on sale in 2019, tackling the question of who is faster. And it wasn't the first time the two heroes raced each other. They've been battled out back in 1967 in Superman #199, racing and tied in both races. This time, Superman comes out on top. Since then, the Flash has normally been able to outpace Superman, especially when he pushes himself to his absolute limits. But in the latest race, Superman collects himself when pushed and demolishes the Flash. Up in the Sky #4. I can send you the news article if you would like, DC.
I would argue that the only reason he beat the Flash is because the Flash didn't want to go at top speed, because if the Flash goes at top speed, he goes through time.
Maybe going through time would have helped him win. Just saying.
Well, there's a whole thing where if you mess with time, there's like the Speed Force comes after you.
It's fine. It's fine.
all sorts of bad.
It's fine. It's
He
totally
breaks
fine.
like the universe and shit happens.
Yeah.
And all
Yeah.
sorts of things, like
Yeah.
bad things happen, people
It's
die, you know.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Martha
Atomic
Wayne
Missy.
becomes Joker.
Yeah,
he
weird
doesn't do that anymore.
Weird stuff happens.
I'm greeting Atomic Missy. Welcome. Glad you're here.
Yeah, we already did. You get on the ball.
Arguing about. Oh, did you? Were you? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
We're finishing
You
up
don't pay
arguing
attention.
about Goku versus Superman. Okay.
Goku wins.
No one wins. That's my opinion.
Goku wins.
They're both ridiculous to the point of impossibility. So
Goku wins.
Goku punches Superman into a sun.
Nobody wins. Goku wouldn't kill him though. We literally
that
agreed.
Wouldn't kill him.
Well, then
Superman would absorb the sun.
And he would get stronger and come back, and there'd be more fighting.
And that would be Goku's whole thing he would want.
It's okay. Okay.
Plus, also, we didn't even argue if Goku got senzu beans. That's a whole other thing.
He always has his senzu beans with him, so.
Well, and Goku wins. Superman beats him down. Goku gets to a state of near death, pops a senzu bean. He's now stronger.
No one wins. That's my final point. Is these are fictional characters, and with all of the ways for them to be able to meet and actually fight full out to be met just right, I still think that they would just hit a stalemate.
Nah, Goku wins.
Okay, that's fine, because
Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Ultra Instinct. Goku wins.
Superman can lift infinity though.
With help, he can lift infinity with help.
What really needs to happen is the writers need to sit down and do a RPT1 battle.
Yes.
Yeah, an RPT1 battle. Would they ever? Would they just continually one up each other?
Akira Toriyama versus current Superman writer. Go.
No, make them brawl. Actually, make them actually.
T1's hard. I always lose.
I know.
Shut up. Anyway, not always, but most of the time. Most of the time. Anyway, we're gonna move on to Anime Club. Anime Club, where we talk about.
We watch anime, Dr. Beverage, and King's Avatar.
Normally, we would watch it all together on the Discord channel, but we are still looking for a media manager to host that for us. So, you guys have to watch it on your own for now. And we watched it on our own, and the first episode we watched was Season 1, Episode 5 of Dr. Ramune. mysterious disease specialist.
Many warnings for this episode.
Mm-hmm.
Caution heavy. We're gonna be talking about dismemberment, boxes, murder.
Sorry, I killed angels, guys.
Child death. Yeah, just all the bad things.
I'm good.
Did not put that meme up. It is too dark.
Did you know this was a comedy?
Chase made a meme for this episode,
I saw.
and it's called "Hot Sticker's Ears Part 1."
Did you
What's in the
know that
box?
this was a comedy?
Yeah, it's comedy. Real funny to find severed parts of children inside of
boxes.
So funny.
Long story short, little boy goes to the thing and asks for help. His mom's got pot sticker ears and she cannot hear certain things. She can't hear what she doesn't want to hear. She's talking to somebody that isn't there. Fast forward a little bit.
She's crazy.
She's crazy, and pretty much something terrible happened to her older child, and she's not accepting.
She will not accept his death.
There's a murderer running around the city that takes small children and happens to ship pieces of them back to their parents.
Can we talk about how messed up that is? Okay, it's pretty messed up to kidnap and murder kids. It's a little bit more messed up to kidnap, murder kids, and then ship their body parts to their parents. What level? Oh yeah, no. What level of person? I can't even comprehend the level of just horribleness in the brain that would require.
Yeah. Look, it was. Look, and it was a heavy box, okay, and that was when the curse started, that the mom couldn't hear anyone tell her anything about
it her. It was after that when the interviewers started coming,
but she didn't want to hear about
vultures.
They're
horrible vultures.
The creatures that were preying on this woman just horribly.
Just goes to show you, journalists aren't people.
So, younger brother blames himself, talks to Dr. Amune. Dr. Amune gives him
I understand why he blames himself.
Yeah, because...
if he had just been happy... the whole reason that this happened was because the older brother wanted to go buy a pork bun for his younger brother, because his younger brother didn't want to share and didn't want just half. So he was like, you know what? I'm going to go cheer my younger bro up. I'm going to go buy a pork bun. And so the little brother is like, if I had just been fine and just, not been selfish little brat, then my older brother wouldn't be dead.
That's how he got abducted. He went out by himself with his little bit of change to go buy another pork bun.
Also, Dr. Ramune, aka Dr. Beverage, what's wrong with you?
Okay, he gave the kid these shells, and we got a little bit of a
not before his question.
Are you male? Do you have genitals?
Do you got a rooster?
You got a rooster, yeah. You got one, and the kid's like, yeah?
Yeah?
Like, all right. But look,
right, here's some seashells.
We got a little bit of a story time about our shell phones. The two lovers used to use these shell phones.
to communicate. They slowly steal your voice away, a la Ursula from My Little Mermaid.
Yeah, My Little Mermaid.
Yeah, My Little Mermaid. I'm not trying. Look, I don't want Disney copyright strike. All right, Disney will strike us for anything. It's
now
Disney.
That you've said them, they're gonna be here.
Yeah, no, they're. Oh boy, time to copyright strike again. So it basically it steals your voice, and then that creates a pearl, and then you eat the pearl, and your love will last forever.
Yeah.
And so the idea was it could only be used by a man and a woman in love. So
mother-father bond might work.
Mother-son bond. They technically constitute as a man and a woman who love each other. So
yeah, you're right.
Dr. Amune is just like, just roll the dice on this one.
Look, and both Kuro and Dr. Amune know exactly what's going on. It's because the woman's denying, and
she's delusional.
She's delusional because she was hurt so badly by it that her mind's kind of
Yep,
broken.
there it is.
Oh,
Caution
there's
Heather.
our meme. There's our meme, and that's when that's the moment she gets the box,
What's
and
in the box?
it's a tomato box, and she's just like, "Oh, what is this?" Because that's
No,
before they know.
look.
They just know he's missing, and then
Can
she
we
opens it up, and
can we
it's a
just
child's
give
farm.
can we just give the murderer 1 ounce of props where he at least put nice like lining in the box? It was like really like looked like silken plush pillows in there. Yeah.
That was
When you
nice, like a
when you're gonna
coffin.
ship an arm of a child to the child's parent, you gotta be classy about it.
Be a better parent. Watch your children better. This is
You
what
know,
happens.
I could see that being the moral lesson of that dude. Like, you should have watched your kid, lady.
She gotta hand it
There's
to him.
there's
Lord.
sick people out here.
Mm.
There's crazy people out in the world, lady. They'll kill your kid. See,
Like this. Look, see,
that's what
somebody did
happens.
that.
Yeah, see, someone did that. I did.
One.
Could
Man,
teach you a lesson.
I wish
You're
I
not
had
gonna
some
do
brothers.
that again, are you?
And they're with their father, which is his own scariness. That's where my children are.
The dad in this episode is just
Just there. He's
just
there.
he doesn't even do it. Like, what? He doesn't help. He doesn't do anything. He doesn't like.
No, he
He's not
doesn't seem to
really.
care at all.
No, like he's not trying to comfort his wife. Also, what the wife and the kid? No, my cell phone. Quiet, you. If you guys don't know, apparently I got a notification about Markiplier's newest video.
Yay! We can watch Markiplier later. Everybody knows now.
If you don't know, that sound is the Den Den
I
Mushi from One
I just
Piece.
got one as well. Oops, my foot broke. Markiplier's live now. Don't leave to
So
go watch him. Just stay with us. Stay with us. But better this way.
so yeah, Rio Bratty. Rio Bratty burned his bro with his tea cause mad. Fought with his mama. You leaves. He gets kidnapped. He gets then Arm gets sent, and Mama kind of blames Rio for it, which
Mm.
explains why she can't always hear Rio's voice.
Not openly. She doesn't like shame the child, but she
No,
kind of
not
does.
openly blame him. She just like, if I didn't pay attention to Rio,
Yeah, pretty much exactly that.
like
But
that was messed up.
yeah, a little bit.
Also, those reporters, man, freaking vultures.
So pretty much of all this, the whole, can't,
Yeah.
I lost my child and I lost him because he wandered away. She lets another one wander away. So
I know,
Rio
right? He
goes
just goes
to
off to
Dr.
shrines.
Yeah, and pretty much she's so out of it. She's not even realizing that it's like raining outside and
Yeah,
everything.
her ear gyoza are just getting worse and worse. It's really hard to laugh or take this show seriously.
You've got to get somewhere right in the middle and just enjoy it for what
It's
it is. So
I just
Rio, go
very
ahead.
hard.
Rio rushes to go get the doctor and Kuro. And
He's like,
there was also the scene where they ate pot stickers and Doctor tried to make them really spicy to trick Kuro, and Kuro just
He was trying to make one really spicy, yeah.
he just put it on his plate.
Well, he was like, "Isn't that spicy?" And he stole it from him because he was like, "Well, it should be spicy. Why is it not
Oh,
spicy?"
okay,
And then he ate the spicy one.
yeah, that was funny.
Ha
And
ha.
then as he
Funny.
go, Rio sees like a shirt, and because he gets a doctor, he's heading back, he sees like a shirt, and he immediately thinks of his brother. Because Rio was also a little bit in denial because I don't think
Well,
he
yeah,
realized
he
that
doesn't think his bro's dead.
he doesn't think his brother's dead, right? And so
He's
he
just out there
jumps
somewhere.
into this little bushy area that has a sign
He
that says
doesn't.
"Doc, do not
He doesn't
enter."
even. He doesn't even see a shirt. He just sees some movement.
Well, there was like a shirt or something laying on the ground too, some white thing. And Doctor goes after him, bypassing a "Do not enter" sign. And
Got
there's like a
danger.
cliff. They fall. They do the whole cliff falling thing, and
Yep.
Doctor
He goes.
grabs the kid and pulls him close to his chest and insulates him from the fall. And down at
And
the
it.
bottom, go ahead.
I was gonna say. And it turns out that the movement he saw was the bun bun.
Yeah,
It was Lil Bunny.
bunny. And the doctor's unconscious. The kid's fine, but it's raining and they're down like in a ditch somewhere. And then just then, the mom's like, "Rio's not home."
I
Just
would
said.
like to stick my notes are Ramune. Yeah, so this
What is
episode was
that?
messed up We got plenty of time to sit here and talk about exactly how messed up this episode is. Thoughts for the second episode. This episode's horribly messed up. Um, I was giving the anime a little bit of credit for the lolly grandma thing. That kind of went out the window with this episode. Like,
Yeah,
that's gone. You know what? I thought it was like, okay, well, at least maybe they did it in good faith. No, there's no. I'll throw that away. There's no
okay.
horrible, horrible, horrible things they do to people in this anime. This is a comedy.
Look, but
This
I
is
feel
a
like
comedy.
because you got to think of the fact that it's about these mysterious curses that are pretty much leech onto people that are just suffering from mental disorders and mental problems
Like,
and like depression, anxiety, and other
my,
things like that. So it's gonna
that's
be dark.
that's my issue with it though, is that it 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 doesn't really handle the mixture well. Like if you look at Jujutsu Kaisen, the serious things were serious, the funny things were funny. They didn't intersect. They didn't make a joke of the serious. But in this one, they make a joke of the serious, and that is where it loses me. Is when they make a joke of the serious issue. Like, oh, ha ha ha, mom developed gyoza ears because depressed and mentally broken. It's like I would have preferred a more serious tone with the diseases, because it's really hard for me to connect like the little girl dying of condiment buildup, and it's like the serious should be serious. It's weird that she's dying of condiment buildup, so I'm not really taking it seriously, but it's also not funny. And so when you try to mix funny and psychological horror or just psychological thriller things, they don't mesh well together.
I think it meshes fine.
I,
I think
it's
that's all you.
I don't think it meshes fine, and I am not alone in that. I've looked at many reviews, and a lot of people agree that the themes don't mesh well together. Like, have your comedy moments, but not with the serious issue. It's like, I like, let's say I like a milkshake and I like a burger. I don't want to pour the milkshake onto my burger.
I don't think that they're doing like comedy bits during like a serious moment. They do have
They
them like one after another, but not like intermixed at the same time.
they do, because of the disease itself is ridiculous. It's not, the disease itself is not serious, let's be honest. Gyoza ears is the if you
Anime.
read gyoza ears, but if you read gyoza ears, would you think that's serious?
No, because it's anime,
Exactly.
but
Yeah, but that's my point. You can't
the
just argue it's anime. You gotta like sit there and think, do the themes mesh?
I
And to me
don't
they
care.
don't.
I enjoy it. I mean, I
Well,
don't bother. It doesn't bother me because I'm enjoying the anime.
again though, I have to look at this from the critical eye, because we're told to give our thoughts on the episodes, to look at the episodes, to review the episodes. And so I look at it from the critical lens, and the critical lens tells me the themes don't mesh, and I wish that it treated it it took it a bit more seriously, because these are very harsh themes that they deal with. And while I appreciate them dealing with the themes themselves, I don't appreciate the methodology of dealing with the theme.
I get what you're trying to say. It's like making a mockery of the reason, but these themes
That's what it
are.
feels like.
I don't think that these diseases, these affliction, these ailments are like representations. They represent
No, no,
the mental
I
illness that the
I
person is
understand that.
experiencing. But it's just like it's one of those things like you'd rather laugh than cry. So they're trying to be like, let's address this because when
But
it actually comes down to the times that it's being serious, the characters don't joke and play. They go, this is a problem, this is how you have to fix it. That's what it is. I mean, you can have the comedy mixed in with the seriousness, in my opinion. I think it balances it out because if it was just all
like
heavy and serious, I wouldn't watch the show. I don't want to be
like
depressed every time I
like
watch this episode of
like
this
I said
anime.
though, that's where I like Jujutsu Kaisen, the comedy is done not during the serious moment, it's done after to bring you back up. Whereas with this Dr. Ramune, the serious thing is ridiculous, so it
because
doesn't
it's
feel
a
serious.
representation. They
Yeah, but
can't.
there's any number of representations you could have gone with and taken it a bit more serious there while having your comedy in another section of the anime to lighten up the mood again.
All right, let us know your thoughts on this in the Discord or on the comments or
And
anywhere
I
you're watching.
just want you to know I am not alone in my feelings on that. There are a lot of people with me.
That's okay. That's fine. I don't
It's
care.
how I feel. It's just how I feel, and I want to like Dr. Ramune, but it's really losing me with the amount of stuff they do that just feels really uncomfortable.
Well, it's fine. I
And
enjoy it, but
I
we're
don't know.
almost half serious.
I don't like, I don't like mixing themes of like child abuse and condiment death.
I understand
That's
what you're saying. We're gonna move
or
ahead.
yeah,
We have another
those are
anime
my
to
issues.
cover,
Well, the
and
anime that I don't care for at all. I read the summary, I watched the episode, and it was as boring as I thought it was gonna be.
the King's Avatar season 1, episode 5, a single player game. So
It's
pretty
not.
much in this episode, they are
I
preparing.
I got the ultimate summary of this episode.
I know you're gonna. Let me guess. Using my you're gonna say it's boring.
No, I was gonna give an actual summary.
Oh, let's hear it.
Main
Drill.
character main character builds a team to defeat a dungeon he already beat to beat the new time.
Well, there's
That's
more to it than that, but
the other things that happen didn't have an effect on the main character or that story.
well, I think it did because then there was the whole the where Yiku was setting up his team, and then there was a little bit of a funny thing where Boss was like, "Why can't I be your launcher?" And he's like, "No, I have someone special set up to be
Well,
my launcher."
specifically what she said was if you wanted a launcher, you could have just asked me.
Yeah,
And he
and
was like, "Oh, I already had somebody in mind." Because, but
he
that's not what I'm
he
talking about. That's
gets
part of his build team to take on dungeon. The two things that had no effect on the story itself for this episode were the one team captain guy, where his two subordinates were like, "Man, I wish our captain was as good looking as that guy," and that went nowhere because that had nothing to do with the story. And then the other one was
what
the
part are you
dudes
talking about? Are you
the
talking about when
very opening of the episode. Dude on treadmill, who is a
oh
captain of a team.
they were
And
just
yeah, you
talking
don't even
about
remember it.
no, they were talking it was just build up to them talking about tyrannical ambition and being in the
Yeah,
team to break their
but
old record.
that didn't really have much of an effect on just eh. And then the two dudes from his old team that got drunk and upset because they lost their match to come yell at him. Where I was thinking, oh, this is a moment for that girl.
Correction, they did not come to yell at him. They just
Well,
wandered into the
no,
internet
yeah, I
as
know.
captain and they
I'm
started
saying
harassing Tang.
yeah,
And
and they see
and
him and he calls them out. And the thing is though, is that she doesn't know who they are and doesn't acknowledge like that they kept calling him captain or former captain, and they had this whole conversation. She's like, "Are they friends of yours or colleagues?" And he's like, "Ah, they used to be." And she's like, "Oh, whatever."
Tang doesn't know anything about the professional circuit of glory.
That, that's my thing though, is that didn't serve anything
Yes, it did.
because
It shows you the kind of jerks and that's in to Excellent Era, and it's setting up for a confrontation between
I mean,
EQ and Excellent Era in the future.
I we already knew that.
It's still setting up some more. I didn't mind
It
the scene at all because
it sh-
EQ was willing to stand up for Tang, and he was willing to speak out against her when normally he's been passive about being trash talked by everybody else, but he was willing to stand up for Tang and tell them to leave her alone and back off. And then he explained, "Hey, look,
I mean,
I was hard on you when I was in the guild because you suck. You're bad at teamwork, and now you're elevated well beyond where you should be. And your team, because there's this whole big thing about Excellent
yeah,
Era versus what is it, 30 something,
Main character is blunt and a jerk.
301
Yes.
301 degrees, and the whoever took over One Autumn Leaf, it's like a 3 versus 1 battle and all this kind of stuff.
It
They
was
don't
really.
have
They
teamwork.
kept saying that, but it just seemed like it was just 2 people. Because you only
I
ever
saw
see
that.
2 people at a time.
Yeah, there was a sweeping shot where it showed all 3 of them, but it's pretty
But
much
they
the
didn't show the other 2 people at all. They
301
didn't fight at
degrees.
all.
They actually set up intentionally to let the One Autumn Leaf win because Sung Shang, which is One Autumn Leaf's new
The new
player,
captain.
he has no teamwork. He has no team dynamic. He doesn't know his team
I
members.
I wonder why. It's been like what, a week, a couple of days. Also, is it not weird that the cafe is right outside his old team office, like literally across the street?
I mean, it's a little weird, but
How?
I think it was more like the fact that they said he can't succeed anywhere now once he's retired, and he literally walked across the street and he found a place to stay and a place to work.
I mean,
So it was
yeah,
just
but
kind of
he
like,
talks about getting back into the game. He just had to wait a year. He's like, yeah, I gotta wait a year before I do anything.
professionally, he
Eh,
can't play any professional circuits.
That's why he made a new character.
Even then, he
It's
can't because
still,
they have to register and they cannot play professionally for a year.
yeah, I know. That's why I said that's why he made a new character, and he's just playing the game.
Yeah, he's just playing it because he
But
likes the game. And as I said, I found it to be building up towards bigger confrontation and building up Yikyu's character a little bit more because of the fact
he's
that he's just like,
he's just
no, look,
showed the same personality he's already showed.
I I don't think so because usually
Yeah.
he's non-confrontational and he'll back off, he'll let things play the course, but
No,
but
he's
he
pretty
showed up.
confrontational.
When?
He's been confrontational to like anybody throughout the series.
How?
Like he constantly backtalks. In like the last episode with the noobs, where he did the same thing he did now. He
That's in
defended the
game. I'm
noobs.
not talking about in game. He's very confident. He has the skills in the game to be able to back
It's just his
to back a
personality.
little bit, and that's fine. If you and he doesn't do it too much, though. He doesn't really brag. But
No, he didn't brag in this episode either.
outside the game is where I'm talking about right now.
He's just, I mean, he's the same person in and out of the game. He has no differential.
I I'm not saying that he's different. I'm just saying I'm in the game he is more boisterous because he's playing as an avatar and he's strong and powerful, but outside the game he's not really as outspoken. He's just
I
kind of like, eh, say
I
what you want.
mean, oh, he didn't have any reason to be. The
Exactly.
only reason he was outspoken to that dude is because he was drunk and yelling at him.
Yeah.
That's it. Like, he never is confrontational until someone comes at him. Otherwise,
You're,
he just doesn't care.
you're not wrong, but
And that is why I find the show boring, is because the main character doesn't have a presence, really.
I think he does.
He
He's very
really doesn't.
reserved,
The reserved is not a presence.
and that's your opinion.
The characters around him have personality and presence, and like, I mean, Steam Bun Dude is the best character in the series.
Steam Bun Invasion.
He's
brawler.
fun. He's in, like, I want to just I would watch him. I would enjoy watching him.
Writ Gyaku this way so that because to show off how mature and more advanced and mannerist that
Yeah,
Gyaku is
I
he's a
love
senior.
emotionally dull characters.
But you don't watch an anime just for the main character.
I watch an anime. No, that I have to like the main character to enjoy the anime, because that's the
You
person
don't like
you follow the
Deku and
most.
you like My Hero Academia.
No, I don't like My Hero Academia.
Then
I
why do you
started it.
to
I
watch
have to finish it.
No, don't give me that.
No, I have to. I hated Naruto. I had to finish it. I started it, and I can't leave it unfinished. It drives me crazy.
So anyway,
I do every side quest in MMOs. I can't.
sounds like a colossal waste of time.
Look,
Anyway.
it's my personality, and I have slight OCD tendencies. All right, leave me alone.
Okay. Anyway,
I have
so he builds up his team and then he meets with Tyrannical Ambition, and he's got his own team. He's got Steam Bun Invasion and Little Tang and Misu Chong. Yes, Misu Chong, the old Excellent Era Guild member. She
She's not even
appears,
old. She's still in the guild. She was
and
in
then,
the
like,
fight in the beginning.
yeah, she was in
Yeah,
there, but everyone always talks about
with a
her. She's a launcher
can,
class, and she's the
can,
special someone
can
that
we
he was
can we
talking.
talk about the fact that One Autumn Leaf and Lord Grim look exactly the same, and then when Mikyu's character comes in and it's her alt character, that character looks exactly like her other character and is a launcher class and does the same techniques, but nobody figured out who it was.
Look, the animators probably did it that way so the viewers would understand who the characters are. Let's be real.
Well, you still One Autumn Leaf still looks like the main character.
Maybe it's like a SAO thing when you're doing a new character, they scan your face model and make your character look similar to you. I don't know.
No, no, they showed the
Does it
character
really
creation. They
matter?
made it. They have to make it look. It's just weird. It's weird to me.
Oops.
Like because like I look at it and I think of like the lady who's like this massive EQ fanboy, right?
Mm.
The lady
Uh,
that runs the place. Massive fanboy.
yeah, the boss.
But she hasn't noticed that the dude she hired has a character that looks exactly like One Autumn Leaf and has the same like fighting style and a super high APM and retired, and the building that he was in is right across the street from hers.
He literally tried to tell her and she didn't believe him.
No, because plot induced stupidity.
Yeah, exactly. It's the way it was written.
It's that's I don't like the writing.
I enjoy
There's potential for this anime. There's so much potential for good story here. And it just it feels like it's thrown out, and we're following a dude just playing a video game.
I mean, not really, but
That's
kinda.
that is all it is. It is a
No,
dude playing a video game.
was a dude at the very top, and he was pulled down because he got
But
old. And
but
you could already have seen that it was not just him; that his whole team was
all
failing.
right,
And I
let's
love
talk
it
about
how
this
you
though.
interrupt me. I appreciate that.
Because I wanted to say the the from what you're talking about, the typical storyline here, right, would be the tale of a guy climbing his way back to the top,
That's not
right?
what I was say, but carry on.
I'm not saying you're saying that. I'm saying that's the
You
typical
said
story here.
okay,
I
okay.
you're misconstruing what I'm saying. I'm saying the typical story here would be the tale of a man who passed his prime, so to say, and is trying to reclaim and show he's still worthwhile. But that's not the story.
No, because it's not. He's literally never he never failed in skill. It was he's still just as skilled as he was when they told him to get out.
Yeah,
The main reason they kicked him out is because he wouldn't make them more money.
yeah,
It's not because he was past his prime. He wouldn't advertise. He wouldn't show his face and advertise who he was as a player.
yeah.
So that's the main reason they kicked him out. And this dude was just trying to live his life and enjoy his favorite game that he's been playing for over a decade. And what I would like to see doesn't mean it's going to show up. I'd like to see him start his own little guild thing with like Steamed Bun Invasion and Little Tang, and then go kick Excellent Eras behind and let them know that hey, I'm still amazing. But that might not happen. Who knows?
So
But
what's the story though?
that's the story. He's a dude that was still is the best player of this game, but was kicked off of it because he does not making money. He's not selling himself. He's not that kind of person. So he was kicked out of the best position. His best player was taken from him, and he has to start off over with literally nothing.
So what's the story though?
I
Where
just
are we going?
I just told you what the story was. Where are we
What?
going?
But
He's gonna keep playing the game and keep making money, and
I
they're
mean,
probably gonna beat the record for the thing, and then maybe he have to beat another record, and maybe in the second season, because there is a second season, maybe he has that year time gap, and maybe he goes back into professional. I
I
don't know. I haven't seen the second season. Haven't even finished the first.
that's the thing though, is that it just there's no like overarching story to what's happening.
Just
He's not trying to get anywhere.
he's trying to survive and just enjoy the game. Does he have to have somewhere distinctly to be?
Well, typically yes, that's how stories work.
Not always.
There's got
Look
to
at
be a
Saitama
reason for.
from One Punch Man. He's just trying to live his best life.
I will debate you on that one because there is a story arc to that series.
And I'm not saying there isn't. That's part of the story like arc though. Saitama's just trying to do his thing.
Yeah, Saitama doesn't exist in the story. He's like that's the whole point of him, is he exists outside the story because he's too overpowered. And in this one, there's no
He's still the main character of One Punch Man, so
there's no end game for this anime
is
so
there
far.
a way for Saitama other than
Yes,
just beating the most powerful thing that comes to attack him? What do you know? Q's beat everyone that attacks him. So
but to
okay,
continue with your
we're
argument on
gonna
this
have
one.
to leave this one alone.
Well,
We're
no,
gonna have
I want to
we
say
have
to
to.
continue your argument on that one though. You're debating a parody to an actual show, and
I'm just saying
that's
it's
one is a
still.
parody.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
But
But anyway, we're
no,
gonna leave this alone. We have other things to cover today, and we're almost out of
well,
time.
we still
So,
got 9 minutes.
and in that 9 minutes, we got a lot to chat about. So, as we already said, we're gonna move on to Empire News. Our anime club movie this time was Wicked City, which, oh boy, that was a movie. That
That was a
was a
film.
movie.
It was it by
1987.
definition that was a movie.
It's all on YouTube, by the way. That's where I watched it, uncensored, and we're going to talk about that in the show after the show, and that's for patrons only. So if you want to be a patron, you want to watch that show, as little as $1 a month, check it out in the chat or in the links. We appreciate that. We appreciate you. And then as for Empire News, as I said earlier, we still need a stream manager if you want to fill that position or any other position in our empire and help us behind the scenes, like our voice of God, Chase, wherever he may be. Just
Right here,
pop in
homie.
the Discord. See, there he is. Pop in the Discord, see what we got available, and message somebody. We'll get you hooked up. And then once again, thank you to our Patreons, Chase, which is a Jonine, Adam S, which is a Jonine, and Lissa XO, which is also a Jonine. You guys are amazing and awesome, and you support us, so you're attractive. And that's stuff what I have to say about it.
You can't.
Next week's movie picks is our choice. It's a wild card pick. And I'm going to tell you about my wild card pick, unless you'd prefer to go first, DC. Would you like to go first?
I'm just throwing out Goblin Slayer, Goblin's Crown.
What is it? What's the movie about?
It's the Goblin Slayer movie.
What's Goblin Slayer? I don't know. I haven't seen the anime.
You don't know Goblin Slayer?
I don't know Goblin Slayer.
It's very self-descriptive. Goblin Slayer is about a dude called Goblin Slayer, and his goal is to slay goblins. Like, I'm not kidding. That's the character. He hates goblins. He
Are
murdered
goblins
goblin. Yeah.
so the movie is about a dude killing goblins?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
Well,
that's fascinating.
you, goblins are sort of like the demons from this week's movie.
Is it?
Yeah, they're really really horrible. Like, yeah, Atomic Missy, there is a Goblin Slayer movie. It literally is. Goblin Slayer is an interesting character. Um, and there's actually an interesting story that takes place throughout the Goblin Slayer arc, where the fact that he's the Goblin Slayer, it comes in handy a lot because he knows everything about goblins.
I don't want to watch a movie without knowing the canonical universe behind it. Let me counter your
Fan-
Goblin Slayer with
fantasy
Earwig and the
fantasy
Witch.
world with, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. You don't want to watch a movie without without knowing the canonical universe, but Earwig and the Witch, which has no canonical universe, you'll go into.
Earwig and the Witch it's just came out. It's the newest Ghibli film. It's all 3D animated. You guys have heard us talk about it before. It's about a girl named Bella and wait, I'm sorry. The girl's named Earwig. I apologize. And there's all kinds of stuff. I could sit here and read the synopsis to you, but I won't. Look, it's good stuff. Trust me on this.
Okay.
We want to watch it. It's the quick synopsis is a headstrong orphan discovers a world of spells and potions while living with a selfish witch. And there's like the animation looks great. I want to see Ghibli's first dive into 3D animation, and it just looks good. So you guys gotta vote for sure.
Goblin Slayer Goblin's Crown is about Goblin Slayer and his party that head up to snowy mountains in the north after receiving a request from the Sword Maiden. A small village gets attacked, they encounter a mysterious chapel, and something about how these goblins are acting bothers the Goblin Slayer.
Oh, let me guess. He's gonna kill him.
Well, I mean, it's just like any other film, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
The hero beat bad guy.
It's another classic. The Earwig and the Witch is another classic adaptation of a classic novel, a children's novel, and Goro
Oh,
Miyazaki directed this one.
let's just brace ourselves then, because the last Ghibli movie based off of a children's novel, yeah,
So
it wasn't the best
this
film.
one's cover art has a couple wild colored haired ladies in the back, little girl holding a microphone. She looks like she's not taking any nonsense, okay? And Earwigs is 10 and she left it safe moored walls home for the children as baby. She loves it there, at least because she possesses a strange ability to make everyone do exactly what she wishes. The last thing Earwig wants is to be adopted. Who names a child Earwig, by the way? Anyway.
I
So wants to be
it's
adopted by a new witch, Bella Yaga. For the first time in her life, her desires are thwarted. She puts on a brave face for her new situation. After all, she's always wanted to learn magic, but Earwig will need all of her ingenuity along with the help of Bella Yaga's cat, Thomas. She is to survive and flourish. It's a little black kitty.
Studio Ghibli has a cat meme.
Look, cats are amazing. Cats are cute. Okay? Cat. So don't forget this
Bunnies are
this
better.
poll will go up very soon. Keep an eye out on our Twitch, and you guys can vote for what anime movie we watch next. Excuse me,
We'll
Twitter.
try and get it up within the next day or so.
Yeah. So you guys never gave us your final thoughts about who you'd have win, but let's be real. First is Goku versus Superman.
I did.
No, I meant the chat. Let's be real.
Hey, YouTube, let's pay attention to you for a second too. You tell us
Yeah,
who
please.
wins.
Look, I know
Also,
the fan favorite is Goku. The logical favorite is my answer, but most people would say Superman. My answer is neither of them. But
I argue that yours is technically the logical one.
yeah, neither. That's what I said.
It's because the logical answer would come down to actually picking the powers of each one, who we're going to take from where, and the scenario, and then debating it. Because the most logical answer on its base level is they would not fight, so there is no fight.
Exactly. But anyway, let us know down below or in the comments or wherever it is, or even pop in the Discord. Let us know your thoughts on our topic, on our news,
Let
on
us know. Let us know.
on
Comment below.
that was a good little jingle there. On the
I
animes.
stole it.
Do you guys also think King's Avatar is trash? That's fine. I want to hear your thoughts because I'm going to keep watching. I find it entertaining. And
Well, our guest last week agreed with me that it was
that's okay.
they couldn't get into
That's
it. So
okay. That's fine. It's not a contest.
no, it's not. It's just nice to feel validated in my opinion.
Anyway, everybody, thanks for watching. I appreciate you being here, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.